Hey Station Pizzeria fans, my name is Jake. I'm the owner and operator of Station Pizzeria in Minnetonka. Wanted to make a quick video to give you guys some tips on how to convert the newly offered Station kit to perfect pizzas in the comfort of your own home. Full disclosure, I'm not a real movie star and I'm not a real chef, but I'm obviously photogenic and I've made a couple 100,000 perfect pizzas over the last couple of years. All right, here we go. So this is what's gonna show up. First thing we're gonna do is wash our hands, I already did it. Second thing we wanna do, turn your oven to the highest setting possible without getting to broil. So we don't want it broil, but we want your oven as hot as you can. At the same time, you're gonna wanna put your stone or pizza tray or cookie sheet or whatever you're gonna cook the pizzas on, not the rack, in your oven. We wanna get that really hot. That's important to get the crust crispy and the pizza will turn out well. All right, so this is what's gonna show up. You can pick these up at the store or you can have a group delivery organized for your neighborhood where we'll drop lots of kits off in one location, especially given the times. All right, so it's gonna show up looking like this. We've got everything in it we need to make pizzas with. Right now we're offering only sausage and pepperoni until we get this sorted out. But it'll show up like this. You got your cheese, again, sausage and pepperoni, and sauce. Here's the dough ball. We're sending out the dough ball in one ball. Well, I recommend cutting into quarters. It's easier to handle, as you'll see here. Let me move this aside so you can see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little flour onto a cutting board. We're gonna make this into the best circle that we can without hitting it with flour yet. And I'll show you why that's important. I'm just gonna cut it in half and then half again. And before I hit it with any flour, I'm gonna make these into balls so we can get them nice and round when we go to make the pizzas. Set those aside. All right, so we're gonna run with this ball here. First thing I'm gonna do is dip it in some all-purpose flour here. Anything will work. Put it on the cutting board, flatten it out the best you can. You want it in as good of a circle, obviously you can. We're making pizzas here. If you have a rolling pin, that works really nice to get it started. Just kind of work that. If it's stuck, use a little more flour. And we'll work this a little bit here. And again, you can make these as thin or thick as you want. I like them thin, that's how we do them at the restaurant. I'll just make one quick here for you. The longer this sits on the cutting board, the more pliable it'll become, so you can make it thinner and thinner as it goes. If you're feeling risky and you want to give it a little toss, go ahead and do so. If it hits the floor, I'm not responsible. All right, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna stretch it. You can stretch it this way. These are small, so they'll stretch kind of anyway. And again, the longer it sits here, the more workable it'll become, the more sticky it'll become. The key thing here with pizza dough is we don't want it sitting on any surface for too long or it will stick. It's always trying to proof and getting sweaty. All right, so once we've got that to whatever size you want it, I'll just leave this small for now for purposes of the video. Next thing we're gonna need is another cutting board. I'm gonna call it a peel. This is what we use at the rest. We don't use Epicurean. Epicureans work great. Hit that with a little flour. This is what we're gonna use to move the pizza after it's made and to put into the oven. That's the trickiest part of the whole deal here. Don't put it on your peel until you're ready to make it. I'm just gonna leave this small. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna start with our sauce. Just put it in the middle and spread it around. Try not to get it over the edge because again, it'll wanna stick. We're gonna make this with sausage and pepperoni. And this is a really small pizza. It's just an example of what we're doing here. I'm trying to condense this video. And then we'll do sausage and pepperoni again, which all of them are offered with right now. And again, I'm trying to get this off this peel as quickly as possible and into the oven so it doesn't stick. All right, so we're gonna run with that. Next thing we're gonna do is go over to the oven and we're gonna slide this right onto to our sheet or our pizza stone and let that cook. Okay, so this pizza's been in for exactly 6.5 minutes. I'm gonna use a regular spatula to pull it out back onto my peel. Cook times will vary anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes depending on how hot you can get your oven. So there it is. So we've successfully made the pizza on the countertop, gotten it into the oven and back onto the countertop. I hope this video was helpful for everybody. Thank you for your support at Station Pizzeria. Be safe, eat pizza.